Okay, so you're a personal fitness trainer here. So for our audience, can you give a little bit of background of what it is being a personal fitness trainer here?
Yeah, basically a trainer. Well, me personally, I mean, there are other trainers out there, but I basically demonstrate exercise all day to different types of people. People who haven't done push-ups in 20 years, and people who are training to do triathlons and stuff. So it's a lot of there's no sitting around. I'm always out there demonstrating machines and different ways to work out. So I get a lot of questions too. Actually, I get a lot of email questions from random people about nutrition and like how to change workout programs and stuff. So just like an advice machine. That's kind of how I look at it.
Okay. How did you get into this career?
I really got into exercise and fitness freshman year of high school because I was always a really overweight kid and never like got into athletics and stuff. And then freshman year, somebody decided, one of my friends had been in wrestling since like third grade, which apparently a lot of people do. A lot of people are involved in sports that early. And so he brought me along to a practice, and I just kind of fell in love with it and lost some weight. And then I changed my diet a little bit and realized how much better I felt, and just I kind of wanted to reproduce that for other people. And so yeah, just kind of pursued that.
Okay. What are the biggest challenges you faced in this job so far?
There's some pretty discouraging times, I have to say. I mean, we just ended summer and everything, and in the summertime, everybody's running outside, and nobody's interested in joining a gym and like working out indoors and trying out new things and paying for classes and stuff. So you have to be really wise with how you use your free time, and just know that there are going to be downtimes, and there are going to be times when you come up with a new class idea and nobody seems to like it because they don't join the class, and you've got to stay after it. And if you don't like the job, it's going to be impossible to just stick with it through those tough times.
Okay. What do you do at work on a typical day? What are your responsibilities?
Well, usually when I'm here, and I've noticed with other trainers too, if they're at the gym, they're on a mission. They've got clients, they've got paperwork to do, they've got payroll to do, so that they get paid and everything. So really just going from appointment to appointment. Sometimes I have 8 or 10 1-hour appointments in a row, and you're just kind of always moving. And if you start at 8 a.m., you have to be ready for your 3 p.m. client, because there's no real big break in between there. So just if I'm not teaching exercise, I'm preparing to teach exercise. So lots of prep work.
Okay. What advice do you have for someone preparing for this career in this field?
Make sure you really like not only working out, but you gotta like talking to people too. I mean, a lot of people think if you're strong and you like sports, then man, I could be a personal trainer. I could do that all day. But man, talking to different people for 8 hours a day, getting their stories and getting caught up in their lives and these things, it's a lot more than just exercise. So you gotta be real comfortable with people and real comfortable with new situations, and yeah, always being challenged in different ways.
Okay. What kind of form of education do you recommend for this field?
High school. I mean, obviously, high school education would be the first thing, and a lot of times you can kind of just have that and then get a certification. But I suggest a college degree, really, because just the exposure to different exercise that I got in college, different club sports, and just people from different states and different countries, and like how they exercise and everything was really important. And yeah, just getting more general knowledge about how the human body works and stuff. I mean, you get a lot more into depth than that in college. So just getting a 4-year degree, I think, would be an awesome start for everybody.
Okay. What is your work environment like?
Well, you're kind of hanging out in it right now. This is my office right now. But work environment. I mean, the Princeton Club specifically, it's just this enormous like cathedral full of like every exercise piece of equipment I could ever ask for. So in that way, I really love it. There's so much space, and you can't get bored. I mean, you'll never have to repeat a machine if you don't want to. You can always go to something else. So big open Princeton Club. That's my workspace.
Okay. Um, how do you get into this organization? What other organizations have you worked for, if any?
Yeah, right after college, like 6 months after college, I got hired at Snap Fitness, which is a much smaller gym. It's like an Anytime Fitness. It's a really small commercial. There's only a couple of hundred members, whereas the Princeton Club has like 10,000, just to give you some sort of idea. So worked at Snap Fitness for a while, and it was always kind of understood though that it's a small gym, so the bigger gym is really where you want to go. That's where more of the clients are, more opportunities. And I also knew that the Princeton Club rarely hired, just because when people get hired here, they want to stay forever. You got all the opportunity, you know, all the space, 10,000 members to choose from. So once I saw that they were hiring, applied and just got lucky. You know, just right place, right time kind of thing.
What are internships common in this industry?
Yeah, it's hard for me to speak like broadly, but I guess from what I've seen, not really. The personal training fitness industry isn't as regulated. I mean, it's not like a government job. There's no like state certified personal trainers. It's a little less, I don't know, professional or definite than that. Gosh, what was the rest of the question? Real quick.
What are internships common in this
Oh,
industry?
right. So because it's not so structured like that, getting like especially paid internships and things like that underneath trainers isn't super common. And like I was saying before too, you don't have to have a college degree to be a personal trainer. So having an internship underneath somebody who like just has a high school diploma would be it's a little strange to me. But I think it should be more common. I mean, that's a great way to tell if you can actually work with people all day, is to do it. You know, do it for 8 hours and hang out with people. And if you get super bored in 2 hours, then you know, wow, it's it's going to be real challenging to do that for an entire day. So.
What areas are growing or changing in this field?
Yeah, well, the overall field of like people needing to exercise and wanting to exercise and feel good about themselves, that will never change. But the things that do change are the different trends, like the different accessories that people tend to get into. Right now, TRX is a huge thing. Bodyweight exercises are starting to make a comeback. It's really strange that people are really into push-ups and pull-ups and planks all of a sudden. Like, and those were the original exercises, like in the 70s and 80s, that people were all about. So just like going through cycles like that, different accessories come along, and yeah. So little trends like that.
Okay. What are your goals for this, or for being a trainer?
Goals for being a trainer.
Do you have any?
Dang, it's pretty intense. Well, I'm always looking for different certificates and things to complement what I already have. This is actually just talking with my boss and the owner of the company and everything, and they want me to get involved in dietary things, because I'm very close to becoming a registered dietitian, and so they're trying to get me to sort of expand in that way, because I mean, more than half of any fitness program, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, is all about nutrition. So just an enormous part of the equation. So yeah, becoming a dietitian, I think, is the next thing on the list, for sure.
And rounding this up, is there anything else you want to add?
What do you want to add? I mean, I guess this is my chance to spread like a universal message to people, but just get out there and try different things. I mean, I know in high school, it's easy to fall into cliques and, you know, oh, those are the wrestlers, those are the cheerleaders, things like that, but you'd be so surprised if you try out a new sport or a new activity, or, you know, maybe you love mountain biking so much you just don't know because you haven't tried, or you're a ultimate frisbee phenom and you just don't know it yet. So just get out there and try different things, and you know, if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again. You know, it's not a big deal, but just gotta give it a shot.
All right.
All right.